Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm having kind of a blurry as fuck ouchy day, but you know, I'm here. I remain intensely queer. And I almost dumped a bottle of water on myself because I thought that was empty. Holy shit. That was milliseconds from heckin' disaster. Yep, anyways, lots of love for me and for all of you and everybody who's struggling right now in the world. Life be like that sometimes. The struggles do be real sometimes. Today was a day of not feeling completely like shit, which is always a positive thing, and I will take them when they show up. And then as soon as I got up, everything went straight to hell again. But you know what? You know what? There was a couple of hours of not feeling like complete ass. So I'm good with that. I am good with that. Working on the lettering. And I will get to the chat in just a second. I just need to kind of get my head in the right space here for ort. Emma's been doing some writing, and of course, that's not something we really can do on stream. Well, I guess we could do it on stream, but like, you guys wouldn't be allowed to fucking read it because, content may not be appropriate for all ages, so it's just one of those things. She's like, it's not my fault I like to write sexy things! I mean, it is kind of her fault. Just, you know, some things are appropriate for streaming, some things are not. That's okay too. So, like, we'd have to do some sort of arrangement where, you know, there's also a game happening at the same time, because, like, yeah, so much content there to be had if, there's only typey noises. Though, I mean, honestly, I suppose you guys could enjoy the typey noises. Pug party! Why did they make this song be the pug party? I'm just fucking saying. Eat a shrimp? Oh, I wish I had a shrimp. You lost your water bottle straw a week ago and now it's a McDonald's straw? Well, hopefully it doesn't taste too bad. I don't know why I said that. Like, because I'm just like, my brain is like, oh, it's gonna be a paper straw, but probably wherever you are, they actually still serve plastic straws. I hate the taste of paper straws. I also hate the fact that if you don't basically hork back your drink at lightning speed, you end up with a puddle of fucking paper in your mouth. And not even tasty paper! Don't even ask what tasty paper might be, because sometimes paper be tasty. And sometimes it not be tasty. And in this case, it not so tasty.
Hey Beanie, are you there? Yeah, I'm here.
You know what I realized I never watched? I have never watched the Barbie movie. It was something that I keep meaning to watch, and then I forgot, like, I sort of forgot about it until, like, today, basically, because I heard a song from it. Well, song I presume is from it. I presume the song called Pink by, shit. I think it's called Pink. There's a song on that soundtrack called Pink.
Hey, you've reached Lauren. And Beanie. We can't come to the phone right now. We're too busy having a pop party. Please leave your message after the beep.
Why is Discord being a piece of shit? Discord, stop being a piece of shit. I'm gonna have to reload it. I've got references picked up, like, on my screen. At least 51 papers a day. I don't know what you mean. Well, I mean, there are some papers that taste good. As a person with pica who has an issue with paper, there's some paper that tastes fucking good. As a note, I'm not allowed to have any of that paper near me because I don't want to eat it, because I know that it's not food. I know that it is. Does that stop me if it's nearby? Fuck no. As soon as I see it, I want to put it in my mouth and it becomes just fucking overwhelming. Anyways, I am fortunate enough that I can at least be semi-reasonable when it comes to that particular issue. I know plenty of folks struggle with that who have pica, where they can't even be reasonable about just making sure that it's nowhere near them, so they never ever 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 eat the thing they're not supposed to eat. I know some people just cannot. Like, it's not a fucking option. They have to eat it because they're literally hungry for it, even when it's nowhere nearby. So I will not say that I did not luck out on an extreme level when it comes to that particular thing. Gay paper during school, you don't know why? It's tasty. But it also, generally speaking, like, many kids, like, depending on where you lived and what was in the water and what food you had available, especially during growth spurts, pica is very, very common for kids because you lack trace minerals and your brain just interprets something as having those trace minerals. It isn't always right. In fact, it's quite frequently very wrong, but the other texture, it simulates, like, receiving minerals from a non-food source. For instance, there's certain types of clay that are actually a very popular pregnancy snack in Africa, and it's thought that clay crunch, because it's very, very crunchy, it's very, very... They take it, they spread it out super, super, super thin, so that it flakes and becomes these little flakes of stuff. That texture is actually a texture that all human beings crave at some points in their life if they don't have enough trace minerals. And this particular clay that's only found in these certain areas in Africa is, like, full of iron and, like, salts and, like, trace minerals that you wouldn't necessarily find anywhere else. It's often eaten by folks who are pregnant to straight up supplement their diet because, you know, sometimes those old remedies are actually based in observable benefits. Yeah, and that's actually the reason why I had to stop too, is it was giving me a horrible stomach ache. But that does not mean that I still don't find it tasty. Which is, yeah, another one of the reasons why the specific kinds of paper I find especially tasty, I don't let them be in the house. Because, guaranteed, if I think about them, I will go get them, and then I will eat them. And it is because I'm anemic. Like, straight up, that is a straight up sign of anemia. I don't have enough trace minerals in my diet. And my body tries to compensate by making me crave non-food items. What really sucks is when it becomes sort of a lifelong desire to eat things that aren't food. It can become quite destructive to your interpersonal relationships because it can be quite upsetting for your loved ones to see you eating things that aren't food. Even if they understand it, the idea of it, just because they would never eat it, turns their stomach significantly to the point where, you know... Yeah. It can get quite negative for people who suffer from pica. So again, very, very fortunate that the things that I enjoy eating the most, I can easily replace with things that I know taste terrible and have no desire to eat. And you're like, what kind of paper do you like? Oh, let me tell you, lined paper especially, super cheap. Lined paper, the cheaper the tastier. Like, I don't know what they put in it. It almost tastes salty. It's so good. Oh my god. There's none in the house. I don't have to worry about it. But, paper. But I also like muffin wrappers. But I maintain that there is a good deal of crumbs on them wrappers, okay? A significant quantity of what is on that is food. And that's why I like to eat muffin wrappers. Never give me muffins. Or cupcakes. I will eat the wrapper. See, yes! Yes! Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Somebody else has who has good taste in paper. Okay, worst paper, though? Worst paper? Old paper. Old paper? Fucking terrible. Like, especially, like, Bibles, hymnals. And you're like, why did you... I was hungry at church, okay? Bibles and hymnals fucking taste awful. They are bitter as shit. Instant indigestion. You have asked us that question several times, and I have told you several times that I think he has an aura of toxic masculinity, and we're not interested. Hey, we remember the question, but not your name, Wyatt. Hopefully we'll remember your name. So it's a hard pass for me. I don't know whether or not he's a got that sort of toxic aura to him, but like when you animate a character a certain way, he just can give off an aura, and good job if that was the idea. No, you don't understand how much of a fucking accomplishment this is for me to fucking remember something. I have to say, like, one of the massive benefits so far of like the Nyx and William fusion of Doom has been that I actually am starting to remember more shit. Like, because the two of us are switching back and forth with the same fucking person, so we aren't experiencing the memory wipe happening every goddamn fucking minute or two. What's really funny, though, is the fact that the system has sort of... we're still reorganizing. It's like house cleaning, almost, because, like... I don't know. It's like my brain needs to reshuffle where everything fucking is and where everyone's kind of living and what everything kind of looks like. But it has resulted in some of my headmates who really don't front very often, fronting actually quite frequently now, which is really kind of cool, because, you know, they get to hang out more, and that's kind of fun. And if you're wondering who, specifically Emma and Mandy, but also, to a lesser extent, Beth has been around a couple of times now. And, Kat has actually fronted a whole bunch, which Kat very rarely did previously. Like, fronted and stayed fronted, as opposed to just fronted to deliver a message and then fucked off entirely sort of thing. It's kind of like there's more room for people to actually exist and be present in the system without this endless conflict between several major large personalities sort of like constantly not vying, like not fighting for front, but just like being more having a higher affinity for the front, resulting in anyone who doesn't have that as high an affinity being kind of much less likely to be able to front for any real length of time. Kinda an interesting concept. Yeah, jockeying, but just a little bit. It's more like it's more like just being sort of like having a weak magnetic, like a really weak magnet to the front as opposed to a really strong one. And like I got a really strong one. It's very vital that the individuals who used to exist that are now me, each of us had really specific purposes why we would front, so we had to be very good at staying in front, whereas with, say, Emma, who really only needed to front if she was feeling particularly creative and wanted to maybe write something, wasn't as big a deal if she could stick to front, because she needed to be able to actually, like, drop down out of front if something happened. Am I in equilibrium? We're working on it. Slowly but surely, there is some equilibrium being established. I realized today that I'm still pretty untethered. And some of that is hormonal. Like, it is. I will straight up say that if I can get on T sometime this goddamn soon, that makes sense. That was excellent English right there. But if I can get on T sometime soon, then quite likely the restoration of any hormones to my system will actually be a massive benefit. Because right now I'm floundering with a sheer lack of hormones because, old. It do be that time, but you know what? I'm gonna pull a sneaky, and instead of going on one flavor of HRT, we're gonna go on the other flavor of HRT and have a bit of fun. And it'll be good. Are any of those prisons in need of someone to talk to? No, we're all good. To be honest, we've been in a much better emotional space than we have in months. We've kind of been fucking miserable for a couple of months. And to be fair, a little, not to say that it was remotely her fault, but because our partner was figuring herself out at the time and wasn't like withdrawing, but just not sure what to say about how she was feeling because she didn't have a good grasp on it. So it took her a hot second to kind of work through her own feelings about who she was as a person, because I mean, both of us were raised in cults. Both of us went through the intense mental duress of having bigoted parents, growing up in societal structures that look at the concept of gay and trans and queer as all being unthinkable and unspeakable acts of wrongness. Like, it's not even a matter of you're gonna go to hell, but like literally, like the brainwashing is real. So it can be quite difficult to break free from that, and I can appreciate the fact that my brashness when it comes to getting rid of one's own brainwashing wasn't what she needed. She needed to work through it a little more slowly and not just be... Because my whole thing was just get angry about it. But, like, for her, she needed to be kinder to herself in order to get herself to a place where she was self-accepting about the way she felt about herself. So, I'm so happy for her! Holy shit. But of course, there's always that endless fear, right? Because your partner's withdrawing from you somewhat, that something terrible's happened, or that you've done something terrible, or that there has been an event, or, you know, every Ask Reddit thread and Am I the Asshole thread comes to mind, right? All of that goes through your head, and you torture yourself because you're like, I've asked 1,000 times if something's wrong and if I can help. I've put myself out there. I definitely have. I did actually make sure I said all the things saying, I know you seem to be going through something. If you need to talk, please talk to me. Ah! And then having a rebuff of, no, everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna leave and be like, I said something wrong. I said something wrong. I said something wrong! Anyways. On occasion, sometimes it's literally just dealing with stuff, and it's okay. Yes, exactly. It fucking truly is. Especially considering, like, at the time, because, I mean, suffice to say, at least... How do I put this? When you're dealing with system dynamics, sometimes your brain is gonna shove your feelings and thoughts about your own gender and what you like about other people onto certain headmates so that other headmates can function in other ways. Like, basically what sort of happened to us was Nyx, who was a giant flaming lesbian, was suddenly dating, as far as she could tell, a guy who was not a girl at all. And that prospect resulted in the generation of William, who was gay for some fucking reason. We don't really know why, but absolutely goddamn adored our partner, got married to our partner, all this stuff happened, and then later on it became pretty obvious why the choice for a gay man was made more obvious. Because we're male. And so upholding that kind of concept of self and loving a man while stealth sort of thing, which is sort of inappropriate, but at the same time, he was unwilling to change anything of the body, and he loved having a female body for these purposes. You know, without going into any details. Oh, you have a good one, Gorillas. So while technically, yes, stealth, technically not explaining these things to my partner, there was a internal concept of harmlessness with it, because it was the person that we love so fucking much. So it just became more and more obvious as time went by that much of who our partner was that she was gay. Like, too. Like a lesbian. Which, of course, was very, very happy for Nyx, but miserable as shit for William, because, of course, oh, wait, all of that could have just been okay? Brain's like, okay, let's sort this out. What if you were all the same goddamn person? Which, of course, is also a fucking problem, because, you know, if I transition, is that gonna be a problem for her? But apparently it's not as big a deal, because for folks who don't know too much about F2M transition, the variety and standards are varied in terms of how much changes and what does change. And as it turns out, there is a large contingent of folks out there, including myself, who are looking for some changes, but not for the full shebang, because it's not. I still swing non-binary enough. I'm not really interested in the entire assemblage. Seems like a lot of work for not enough of a result. F to M. So, female to male transition. One mercy! One that I wish I'd known about earlier. Because apparently, you won't have any more periods of potentially bleeding out. Yeah, yeah. If I had known that my partner could even potentially, even possibly be on board with that concept, good lord! Shit, the amount of money we could have fucking saved. Well, yeah, to me, to be fair, in terms of what our transition is definitely gonna look like, because I'm not interested in anything but function, and for people who know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. It is more of an F to N transition. A little more non-binary in terms of presentation. I'm not probably gonna get top surgery. Well, actually, I'll probably get a reduction, but that's because I need one. Like, even if everything had combined and we ended up female, the reduction still needs to happen. It's all a bit much. But yeah. I want to talk about it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's safe to talk about on Twitch, but yeah, I don't want to get banned. Because I cannot remember what the guidelines are offhand in terms of talking about anatomy. It's very fascinating to me. I have a great, like, I really wanted to be a doctor, like a surgeon, when I grew up. But my inability to stand for long periods of time did kind of annihilate that dream a bit. And then when it got so much worse halfway through university, because I had MRSA, or not MRSA, what's it called? The pre-SARS disease. It's basically SARS, only it's not... You know what's stupid? I managed to catch all 3 versions of that fucking disease. I caught the one that starts with an M, that's the pre-SARS SARS, and then I caught SARS, and then I caught COVID, because my body just really likes experiencing upper respiratory infections. Fuck. But yeah, in university I had the... Missed you? Oh, hey, Big Beans! Get back again! I do recognize your name. I don't remember what we talked about, but it is an improvement on my memory, so we shall cherish it for what it fucking is. One thing I do like about this is that if I want the thing to zoom in a certain spot on here, I can just hold my mouse over that area while I press the shortcut, and it actually zooms. It's nice. Och ich, du hast versehen, worüber wir gesprochen haben. Oh. Torig, Twellig. Not sure what the last word means, but I think what you said is, oh, I see. You've remembered, and I don't know what Waruba means, but gesprochen haben means like have words, but that's all I've got, but goodness, that's actually kind of fun too. I wonder how many languages I'm actually going to be able to break through. I have no idea how many fucking languages I have studied in my life, and they're kind of locked in a way. Like, I can't make myself speak them. But that seems to be something that can happen in both autism and DID systems. It's like there will be a language and someone will understand it. Someone else might be able to speak it, but ne'er the twain shall meet. Considering I grew up around a lot of German, it wouldn't surprise me that after the major fusion we've gone through, that German would be the one that I kinda get of all the random fucking languages that I've studied over the years. Because it would make sense, to be fair, for... So I'm thinking about who would have been exposed to German, and it really would have been two different people from two different sides of the... do I understand Spanish? I understand it when I read it, but not to speak it. I don't hablo much español. And the stuff I do is, like, super kitchen español. Like, I learned a little bit of it from Sesame Street, to be fair. But I also studied Latin, which is why certain words are gonna stick out like a sore thumb, because I'll be like, I know that word! It means this in Latin. And usually there's an equivalent. Usually, there's an equivalent. There are occasional exceptions, and they're really interesting, though. What does traurig mean? Because now I'm curious. Because I know trau means dream, but I don't know what traurig means, because that sounds... possibly related? But it might just be the first four letters. Part of me is like, it means terrific, but I'm not sure if I'm right about that. It's really kind of funny because, like, there's certain languages, the Germanic ones specifically, that when an English speaker reads them aloud, like if you just try and pronounce it out loud, no matter how badly you pronounce it, for some reason when I do that, I can understand it a lot better. Oh, how sad. Aww. So I assume you're fluent in a lot of languages, eh, Baked Beans? Or are you just having fun with Google Translate? Because I know that there was somebody who used to, like, do that. It may have been you, but I don't remember, because what's a memory anyway? But a useless piece of crap? Hmm. Yeah, the language I'm most fluent in, if I hear it spoken out loud or I see it written down, is French. But I can't speak it out loud to save my fucking life. Which is really funny, but when I actually lived in Quebec for a while, which people who have been here before will have heard this story, I lived in Quebec for a while, but I also lived in Hull, Gatineau, which is like, just right across the border from Ottawa. There's a lot of English speakers in that area. There's a lot of people who, like, work in Ottawa, live in Gatineau, because either it's cheaper, or it's actually a shorter commute, because that can actually be true due to the way that Ottawa is structured. So it's not uncommon for a lot of English speakers to live in the areas. So, but the thing is, in Quebec, you are required to speak French when you work in Quebec, because, you know, it is about making sure that their language is not diluted. So when I would go to the grocery store and be begging for help, sometimes people would break into English, sometimes they would break into French. And I realized after listening to a couple of them try to explain things in French to me, that I understood their French just fine. It wasn't actually a problem. So I was just like, okay, I can't speak to you. If you understand me, can we just have a conversation where you speak French and I speak English and we can just go that way? And they were sort of like, what? I'm just like, I can never remember the words I want to say in French, but I understand French. And they're sort of like, oh, okay. So yeah, I had a number of like like cashiers who sort of understood that situation, which was really kind of fun. And more than, well, actually, yeah, I guess it did happen more than once, because it happened once at the pharmacy and it happened once at the grocery store, where a cashier who understood the arrangement would be sitting there speaking in French to me, and I'd be speaking in English to them, and a manager would happen by and do a double take, and then do a triple take, and then basically go, I'm very sorry, like, I'm very, very sorry, I don't know why she's speaking in French and you're speaking in English, like, that was, like, super inappropriate, like, I'm just like, no, don't stop the process, don't stop the process, I understand, just fine, I can never make the words that I want to say come out, I understand! I've started animating on Source Filmmaker and it's cursed, but you're trying? Source Filmmaker? Oh, that sounds interesting. Like 2D animation? 3D animation? I do like animation. I am a giant animation nerd. Hello, Speed?
I've got bigger titties than you do!
Oh, I see. Eeg. Eek. I was wondering why you said no! I was wondering! Sorry, I've only got the one chat open, so I can't see messages that go along with, like redeems. Unfortunately, this new fangled piece of shit doesn't actually— oh, for fuck's sake, I screwed it up again. You tell yourself how to do it, and then you do it wrong every time, at least once. God damn it. Ah. Why am I so big? I got lorged. Yes, because I am just a hologram, not just a holographic gremlin existing in the cyberspace of the dystopian future that is the now. Yeah, I am currently enlarged. I have been lorged. This is what the Lord Redeem does. Like, if you people fight and before the animation starts, to be floating hands or bombs, just super weird stuff. That is strange. Huh. I wonder if it's a loading thing, like it's loading in all of the different body parts and whatnot, and then because it's like a little bit laggy because, well, what fucking animation program isn't? This, as a note, is a whole reason why I fight to make sure that the graphics cards that I get are for rendering and not for speed. Because speed can't handle rendering. It's almost a non-problem for the vast majority of streamers out there, but because most of the time you're doing rendering off-stream. If you're gonna actually do a video, but for me, as I draw, I just realized I'm crazy. Ooh, yay, dysphoria, hooray. That doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, every 3D animation program does have, I don't want to say quirks because people are like, oh, MHA. No, I mean, like, they have their own fucking fucky shit about them, and you just kind of learn to live with it. I mean, to a lesser extent, so do most art programs. Like, and when I say fucky shit, I mean, like, basically, it wants to do its own damn thing, and it'll do something really unexpected, and you're like, why did you do that? And it's like, oh, that's just what this program does. And you're sort of like, why would they ever program it that way? Who in their right mind would program an autosave feature, like on this particular one? Why would anyone ever put an autosave feature that takes a good 30 seconds to fully save, locks you out of, it's actually going off right now. Speaking of autosave, it takes a good 10 to 30 seconds to actually complete the cycle and locks you out of drawing. Who would have it set to an initial every 2 minutes? Who would do that? Crazy people would. You can actually turn down the frequency, but you can't turn it off. Who would do that? Oh, you have a good one, Big Beans. Have a good sleep. I mean, that's true, but if you try, like, I swear to God, if a judge actually let you sue a company that literally gives you the ability to save just this fast, like, it's not like it's behind a paywall, it's not like it's so silly. Like, I can understand the concept of, we don't want you to lose your art, so we're just gonna be extra careful. But a judge who's presented with the case of, yeah, that their autosave only goes off every half hour, and I lost a half an hour of work, and because of that, I lost millions of dollars. Bish, if you're working on something that important, I would say maybe save more often. It's true, but one thing that I do like about the Canadian legal system, in terms of what are considered by anybody with common sense to be a frivolous lawsuit, is that in Canada, if you go to court and you present a I want to sue this person because of, like, something the judge deems frivolous, the judge can literally just chuck the case back in your face and like basically say, don't even begin to waste my time. I don't even want to fucking hear it. This is stupid. And it happens quite frequently. It's actually kind of refreshing. It's sort of just a thing. It's a thing here where if you really want to sue somebody, you better have a goddamn good reason to do it. You don't just get to be like, this person slightly inconvenienced me, they have to give me $1 million. Because that shit don't fly here, and a judge will laugh you out of court. A judge will. They won't even let you press charge. Like, you can make your case, but they're still gonna laugh at you, and they're still gonna throw your case out. They do not care. And if you're like, well, what kind of thing could you sue over? I know of one case recently where a woman sued one of her neighbors because her neighbor's dog kept pooping on her lawn, and even though it was being cleaned up, The complaint was that she might have children one day, and they might play in the grass one day. And if they did play in the grass one day, and there was traces of poop on the lawn, and the child got it into their mouth, that yes, she should be able to sue over the potential child she might have one day. And the judge looked at her and laughed at her and kicked her out of the courtroom. Which I think was deserved. I'm not sure how that would work in the US either, but I've seen some Judge Judy ass like motherfuckers who are just like, I'm gonna sue you for the most ridiculous reason ever. And Judge Judy's like, yes, that's totally valid. And I was just sort of like, what? To do something different with the shapes of these. I'm not sure what I want it to look like precisely. Maybe we just stick to the format I've already sort of established. Maybe just a little bit longer or something. I guess one of the things I'm trying to remember of, like, another thing that people were talking about. I guess in Canada, proving pain and suffering takes a lot more receipts here. So, like, for instance, while it should be well understood that somebody who, say, got burned by a cup of McDonald's coffee had undue pain and suffering and needs compensation, obviously, that makes sense. It could be, like, something slightly more esoteric in terms of, like, what that pain and suffering might be, like, say, working in a toxic work environment. Very, very difficult to say that that actually caused undue pain and suffering, and even if you have, say, receipts for therapist bills or whatnot, and you actually have your therapist, or, you know, you have an expert witness saying that, yes, this kind of behavior can cause undue stress, the fact that they don't know whether or not it actually is the stress of your work environment that caused the mental breakdown in the first fucking place, or if it was a combination of stresses, can actually result in you getting absolutely no financial compensation for trying to sue a work that was literally so toxic to you that you had a mental breakdown. Like, it can be very difficult to prove that, whereas I find in the US, pain and suffering tends to kind of go hand in hand with civil lawsuits as a sort of extension of a civil lawsuit. Severe heat warning is passed. The next couple days look to be milder. I don't know what to do. My whole life lately has been waiting for the days to pass. At least the 2 parts we can safely... Oh my god, I understand that. Like, I don't do well in the heat to begin with, but, like, I'm, like, going through a heat wave when you don't do well in the heat, and all you can do is just lie there, wishing that it would be cool enough to actually pass out, but you don't get rest, and you don't get relief. Like, it is kind of interesting. Of all the things, like, we talk about the Canadian healthcare, American healthcare, like, divide. One of the things that American healthcare actually does slightly better than Canadian healthcare is mental health care. Oddly enough, even though it costs way too much, because it costs way too much. It costs way too fucking much. It shouldn't cost as much as it fucking does. But in Canada, mental health care is largely a lot of suck it up, buttercup, and also, why would that ever bother you type situations. So Canada's learning. They're learning, but it's still very new to the medical system that mental health has value? Question mark? Like, it could actually affect your ability to function? I guess. Like, it's the medical system here is very incredulous when it comes to why would a fit of depression cause you to be unable to eat? Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's in the textbook, but just eat something, sort of thing. Which is just, it's not something you'd think, but it does definitely explain the war crimes. I'm just saying, it definitely explains the war crimes and our propensity to commit the war crimes. Because, you know, you gotta let out the stress somehow. But yeah, there has been more work done towards understanding that mental health actually has some play in whether or not a person can be functional, which is a massive positive change in terms of millions of Canadians, including myself. Oh no! Gotta write down the stories for the future generations. Reminds me of like, I don't exactly write stories, but sometimes I like imagine scenarios, and like I had this idea. Not that anybody's ever watched enough Kamen Rider to know who the fuck I'm talking about, but one of the Kamen Rider characters eventually becomes immortal towards the end of their cycle, like their series. Like, in theory, that character will outlive everybody they ever loved because of the nature of how his specific powers work. So, and not only that, his rival rider, who I ship him with hardcore, will also have the exact same problem. Will outlive everybody they ever loved and every other good part of humanity. They will both outlive everything because they're literally immortal until, to be fair, until the two of them decide that they're going to actually kill each other, because the only way that either of them can die is by each other's hand, and of course they love each other, so it's never gonna fucking happen. No gay detected whatsoever. None. There's definitely nothing gay happening in Kamen Rider. Look over there, homophobes. So yeah, I have written sort of a little mental fanfiction of when at the end of the world, because humans have destroyed the world and two of them as the last living creatures on Earth are together. Woo! But also just the concept of realizing that the only way to fix the world and the only way to bring back anything is for them to have their final battle and murder each other, because if they don't, the planet goes. All life on the planet goes because of the pollution. The only way to fix it is because when they win the battle royale, because the whole concept is a battle royale, when they win the battle royale, they get a single wish, and that single wish could be used to restore the world. Butts! Touch butts. Which I think is lovely and dramatic and really romantic and also terribly sad. And no, there is no, because of course, tragedy. You have to have some tragic yaoi, because, you know, what else would you do with your time? Because they have to, there is no, we declare that we're both the winners situation. They have to actually fight to the death. Which they're compulsively wanting to do anyways, because it's sort of like a inbuilt desire into the powers that they have to just, if you see someone who's also got the powers, to beat the ever-living shit out of them and take their powers. Which is why the fact that they love each other is so sweet. Any tears. Definitely not gay. again, one of my most irritating feels in the whole world is the fact that I cannot show you one of the scenes where the two of them are absolutely beating the crap out of each other, because Bible writers are prone to do that. They tend to get in an argument over something and, you know, cool, battle ensues, but, like, both of them are beyond getting into it, and it's a little hot and heavy, and I'm just like, what am I watching right now? The thing is, I can't provide that analysis on the YouTubes because, like, you know, it technically Toei owns it, and there's copyright laws, and even if I was showing it and tried to make a case for fair use, like, I'm pretty sure Toei would sue me out of existence anyways, because how dare you refer to our incredibly gay Kamen Riders? It's definitely gay. Hey, evil gentleman! Eureka referred to the semi-romantic love the kind between younger girls, but since yaoi has no... It does. What? We don't use the term here, and in when we're talking about that, it's usually starts with an SHO. Yuri seems to be flexible between, like, both adult and, like, younger than adult groups, but yeah, it's yaoi and Shota. You're looking for the one that you should be banning people for. Yeah, yaoi is generally speaking adult only. It may hit that weird little niche where it isn't, like, it's like junior college, but the translation is actually from high school, but that's fairly rare. It's usually adult men, like, who are usually in their first year of college or university. At the youngest, like, they're adults. Because younger than that is kind of more... Actually, the other term is BL, like boy love, which is also, can cover both flavors of things that aren't okay and things that totally are and are really nice. So you'll see BL as the signifier for it. Oh yeah, that is actually one thing that is very different from Kamen Rider to any of the Ranger shows. Not that there's a lot of Ranger shows where the characters are in high school, unlike, sorry, I say Ranger, I mean Super Sentai. The Japanese equivalent, the Japanese version thereof. They aren't always, older. Sorry, I shouldn't say, they're almost, not always adults, but they are very, in Kamen Rider, they are almost never adults. Or, sorry, they're almost never teenagers. Like, Super Sentai may have have groups of teenagers or even kids, but the, Kamen Rider tends to be a lone rider who is in his 20s and isn't a... Tends to be. Emphasis on tends to be, because I think... there's one where it is actually almost like a Sentai, but is technically Kamen Rider. Weird hybrid fusion between them, where it is, I think, kids in a high school. Oh, I understand, and no. And BL's probably the closest you'll see to it. Like, if you're looking for, like, I'm not saying that you would be looking for it, but I'm just saying, if anyone in particular is looking for the concept of real exploration of a loving gay couple, BL is what you're looking for in the tags. Yoi is just porn. It just is. That's what it is. But BL is the romantic relationship concept. It just may not always contain adults, which really kind of sucks. Sentai? Sentai is what English-speaking people call Power Rangers. Like, Sentai is a group of costumed heroes who generally wear matching costumes, each a different color, who fight monsters, and sometimes they have mechas and stuff like that. That's Sentai, specifically. Oh no, that's okay. It's good to ask because, like, I mean, if you run into it, it's good to know what the tag means. It is good. My wrist is aching, so that's a good indication to hecking stop. But I do believe that the text is nicely done now, so I am satisfied with that. That is some excellent advancement, because that was going to just take a lot of time. Listen. But yeah, Sentai is Power Rangers. And it is where all Power Rangers is Super Sentai. Like, it's specifically one company's... I feel like, oh, Saban. No, not Saban, Toei. It's owned by a different company in Japan. Yeah, I need to delorgify myself, speaking of. Wow, 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 wow. I have been unlorged. But yeah, it's just not called Power Rangers there because, like, the concept of Ranger, like the actual word Ranger, didn't come into names in Super Sentai until a couple of seasons in, basically. That's right. Yeah, Saban bought the rights to Super Sentai in the US, and what's really funny is because they bought the rights to Super Sentai, they ended up with the rights to Kamen Rider and to, what's it called? Beetleborgs, if anybody fucking remembers Beetleborgs. They changed everything. They ripped that shit apart. They destroyed the original plot lines. They completely ignored characters, like the sex of the characters. They absolutely didn't care that they were destroying massive bits of continuity. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, the Beetleborgs was there for a hot second. It wasn't great, and to be fair, the reason I think that Beetleborgs didn't do too well is the toys never made it over to, like, well, they didn't make it to Canada, I don't know about the US, but there were never any Beetleborg toys. And because of that, like, the company, the TV station's gonna drop it, right? Like, this. They're not making enough, or sorry, I should say, the company's gonna drop it because they're not making enough money off of it just, like, from showing it on TV. Okay, we're gonna try a demo that I found. Of yet another fucking game where we sort stuff. I'm not obsessed with sorting things. You're obsessed with sorting things! Oh, I need to update my... because there was... expenses, unfortunately. Karl! We broke our bed! It wasn't great! Oh. Hello. It's shaking really bad because of... I'm really hoping that... mouse says... Holy shit, turn it the fuck down. I mean, my hands are shaking, but they're not shaking that bad. Wow, this is still not great. This is still pretty slippery. Okay, that's better. God. Pick up a spice puzzle piece? Apparently I need to do that one first. Gamers never look up. Oh, I can't jump. Oh, did I watch the Odyssey? No, I haven't watched the Odyssey. Complete a shell from left to right. Oh, I see. Those ones have a different layout in them. Huh. Oh. Really? Huh. Like if that's purple, right? But, okay. Okay, so that one's obviously not something we're gonna figure out without some sort of puzzle solved. Have to look at that one. This one's pretty obvious what the deal is. That's definitely there. There's the other blue one. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we've got crows, question mark. I like that there's a little puzzle thing going on here. That's fun. One. Two. Well, those are all the same shape. But these are supposed to be crooked and kind of like attached to each other in a specific order. I'll have to figure that out too. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. Yeah, it's still wrong. Then look at the top of the corks to see if that makes a difference, but I don't think. Oh, apparently I can put the cat. Kitty's name is Dipper. That's adorable. There's probably a clue somewhere that tells me what order certain things should go in. We will deal with that once I shelve all the potions and have them up off the floor. Oh, I think I have an idea, because there's a crow over there. Okay, so crow, you must need me to be holding one of these to sparkle. Ah! I need to get the crow to tell me what order the crow potions go in. That's why they look the same, as I can't tell the difference, but the crow can. Hi. Very nice. Ha ha ha! Red, blue, yellow. Nice! Kitty noise. I'm gonna gather I don't get to touch those. Yeah. Aww, you can't do that. But I like that there's puzzles. I like that there's puzzles. Short though, very very short. That was itty bitty bitty. I do want to play it, but it isn't out yet. Sure. What shall I do? What shall I do? Bonk, 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 bonk. Beat it up. Nice. In armor and overheal for every enemy inflicted with poison? Fuck Yes. Unlocks weapons. Slutty rocket is projectile count projectile speed. At attack speed. That sounds good. Seems great. I'm liking this Amog guy. He seems pretty fucking good. Now that I know that I can see on my HUD how much a freaking chest costs, I don't need to go looking at them. Woo! Let's go! Spicy meatball! hell yes. Nice, though I don't think I'm doing any fire damage at all. Oh wait, no, I guess it does add the ability to do fire damage to all your attacks. Just not doing any additional fire damage. Don't have the... Yeah, I just need a little money. Surely enough, the demonic soul will actually do me some good. I do not have a cheese, but there is a white microwave that is good. Ooh. I will take that all day. Hell yes. Hello? I mean, suddenly realizing that I am actually pretty screwed and this isn't gonna go well because I don't have a means to heal because I'm a moron. Trying to grab as many fucking things as I can here. Aww. I have quite a few things that crit, so crit damage is good. The poison damage doesn't crit, but... Me hoping that I can actually get the cheese going, but it's a bit late. I really probably just need to fuck off. Okay, well, we gotta go. We gotta go. I can probably kill him pretty quick, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be in trouble if I can't get over there before I start getting knocked around. Wow, shit, man, alright. Bloody rocket really needs the power of the speed up. Oh, we're getting close. I'm getting close. There we go. Finally got 40% difficulty on a character without fucking dying. Woohoo! Moai! Ooh. Challenge Shrine. I love it when my key procs on a frickin' free chest. Oh, we got a little life steal. That's positive. If I lose some health, then I might actually heal it back. Before I die, maybe? Probably not. Fuck. Game. Suppose I could have rerolled. I don't have anything else to reroll, so probably should do that. Can't sleep again? That's okay. Well, I'm stuck. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Fucking thing. Why is it every fucking time? It is always the exploding guys. Fuck you! There could be other mobs. Like, just have ones that do damage to me. That'd be cool. I would kill it for some cheese, but it's just not gonna fucking happen. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yeah, yeah. Damn it, nowhere near it. So I actually got the fucking resulting fucking stuff. Chest. Where's the chest? There's no way anything's still fucking alive. Well, I didn't get a single cheese, so, you know. So much for my plan. Yeah, it's definitely gonna go to fucking... Just never gave me upgrades on my main weapon. Well, it did, but it was always like +1 size. Like, it was never like a blue upgrade. We're gonna go into second phase, which really fucking sucks. I can't even hurt him when I'm over here. Well, at least I got my Aegis back. That's not gonna help all that much, but you know. Be nice if they'd fucking die, but you know. Oh good, they did die, which means they're about to respawn. Hooray! Not sure what happened there. Huh. Doesn't make any sense. Why would I have been a new record of what? Record of what? Huh? Oh. No. Fucking shits. Sweet, we got the cheese. You know, with no ability to heal, I actually did pretty good. I guess I did have a little bit of healing, but not nearly enough. Randomly getting so many oats. I want the attack speed tome. If I can get it. Damn, okay, fine. I don't get to go that way. Fuck you. Oh, fuck my life. God damn this. Oh my fucking god! I can't fucking move! $3. Yeah, I'm just screwed. Where the fuck is Chunkum? Because he's pissing me off something fierce now. So much for that challenge. fuck you! Why? Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna get up there. Cool! Yay! I'm gonna die. Hooray! Motherfucker. Alright. Okay. All right. Where's that? There we go. Ah! Hey, Aiden! How you doing? The guy with the flower hat. Oh my god! Couldn't find my berries. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh. I guess I die. Hi, Arl. Okay. There's a chest over here? Oh, there is a chest over here. Ah. Oh, hi, Digmark. Oh. Sorry, I don't stream very often. I forgot to ask. But I'm sad that you feel that you're not feeling well. Hopefully you feel better soon. Ah, why? I died. It's going? William did some art, and then he played some of this. Oh, I guess he played some other game. And I'm playing this. 80. On.
Dickheads, bloods, they all adore it. Dweebies, dickheads, they all adore it. They think he's a righteous dude. Sluts, bloods, wastoids, dweebies, dickheads, they all adore it. They think he's a righteous dude.
Oh, we do think you're a righteous dude. Welcome in, Queenie, Kylie, and Zara. Thank you so much for raiding us. If you need to raid and run, totally cool. Definitely go get something to eat and drink and all that good stuff. And oh shoot, it's been a hot second since I've done a raid. Ding. I should introduce myself. My name's Emma. I'm from the Denbai system. We have the idea in real life. We use VTuber technology to help you guys tell us apart. And today I'm playing some Megabonk, and I'm not very good at it. And I'm sorry for not being very good at it. I really want to pick up these stupid pickups, but I can't pick them up because I keep getting hit. It's really annoying! Why drop them at all if there's no way to get them when you need them? Emma? I'm Emma. If you're new here and you don't know what dissociative identity disorder is, it's when there's more than one person that your brain makes more than one person for the head. And. Oh yeah, definitely. I need to do the shoutouts. 1 second. Shout out. Zara. Oh, the bear trauma. And I thought that was the case. I didn't know if you were talking to a streamer. Yeah, I'm talking to on Twitch. People can send their chat over to your chat so that your chat gets bigger, which is a really nice thing to do because then your viewership goes up, and it's a really cool thing. And that's why we always send out raids too, because that's how you share the love and make friends. I'm pretty screwed again. And yes, I am very new to the game. Like, please don't be critical! Because that's the only thing I can think of is I literally only just started playing this like 5 minutes ago because I was thinking about stuff and then I was the one fronting. And I might as well play this game because it seems like it's fun. Don't really have any things that I do generally. Like I've played a couple of games in the past. Like I played fighting games. I played some Hearthstone at one point too. Oh, thank you, Arl. It happened again. Spicy meatball! Oh, Nightbot went crazy. Doo-ba-doo, doo-doo-boo-doo, doo-doo-boo, doo-doo-boo, doo-doo-boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ooh, a guy. Oh my god! I'm gonna die! What's up, Jake Fox? We're not taking that one, and we're not taking this one. Why do we have them selected? Settling down feels a bit weird. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean by that. Feel free to elaborate, though, I guess. The bit that literally adds Twitch chat to YouTube chat via a bot. Nope. But generally speaking, that might make things way too complicated. Unless it adds it in reverse, and then I would have two chats go. No, I don't like that. I don't think that. I'll let William mull it over. He streams more than I do. You said I feel like trash in case you ask how I'm doing, and that happened eons ago. And then you asked about how the stream's doing, and asked who I was, and then asked about the raid, and then only then you brought up the settling down feels weird. I mean, it does make sense that it'd be a bit confusing that you'd say that such an extended period of time away from stuff, but okay. That would be why I was confused. Oh god, not this shit again. I guess there's this like risk-reward thing that goes on with this game where you kind of like push as hard as you can, but only so hard, I guess. Something, something. Triggers don't seem to heal for very much. That's XP. Okay. Ah! That's why I wanted that stupid armor tome. Nice. Moldy cheese, 58 gold. You heading to bed? Thank you, Theo for the hydrate. Play water. Found it. You can see where you've been. That's useful. Especially when you gotta run away from stuff. a lot of these guys around. A lot of these guys. No. I want that mask, because the mask seems really good. This guy poisons everything. Crit damage, elite spawn. I like the little bonk bonk noises that the bones make when they hit stuff. Cute. Nice! Gotta get over to where I need to get to. Woo! Worth reroll. I keep getting stuck on, but it's fairly annoying. Oh shit, no, 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 don't kill me, you fuckers. Damn it, I was doing so good, I need to heckin' die. Ah! Hi, Elliot Tan. Oh, I thought I had lots of time left. I guess not. God, please, stop. Stop. Let's die. Oh, it's not fair! I guess I didn't even get the unlock. I thought that's what you needed to do. But I guess it's only on the first boss. I also thought you'd be able to wander around and like do stuff for 10 minutes without having to worry about the final boss, but I guess not. Oh, come on! Oh wow, okay. Sure. Bro, for real, average video games movie villain or boss Chad? I have no idea. I'm gonna say that it's just what I was complaining about. What's the first boss? to these guys. Yeah. I need a tome that heals me, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I shouldn't be here. Damn it. Ah! I need to get crits. God, there's just nowhere to go. Is this 3D Vampire Survivors? Yeah, kinda. It's like Vampire Survivors and Risk of Rain, only like slower than Risk of Rain and 3D. So not like Vampire Survivors, but yeah, basically that's the idea. It's fun. That's called Mega Bonk. Okay. I need to go up. Here. God damn it! Thought I was looking at the map correctly. I wasn't. Of course not. We're heading west, west, west. Did I not find it? I did not. I did not find it! Guess I just lose. That sucks. thing about all this is the fact that, like, I get knocked around so goddamn much. And I can't even go anywhere. Like, it doesn't really matter if I want to go north and east, because I can't go north and east. I get to go where the enemies push me around to. Yep, like I said, it's like Risk of Rain 2, only it's much slower, and it's like Vampire Survivors, only it's 3D. It's kinda like both. And it's got like memes and stuff in it, and I'm just like Among Us, apparently. Okay, you didn't understand what I said, so I'll say it again. It's like Vampire Survivors, which is a 2D game, only this is a 3D game. And it's like Risk of Rain 2, except that this game is much slower than Risk of Rain 2. Run around, you're not going nearly as fast. Also, most of your damage seems to be passive, whereas it isn't, like, you gotta kinda aim and shoot and fire in Risk of Rain. So that's the differences. That's okay. I might not have said it right. I need the XP tome. Beefy ring is 122. And then I'll get the HP tool. falling down is so annoying. I guess items can give me healing. Gotta get some. Oh no. That sucks. I was doing kinda good, but not good enough. I kinda like Firewalker. I might use that more. Still grinding the slutty rockets. Oh, come on! Oh, fuck this game, honestly. Oh, hey, Ark. How you doing? Oh, no. Not again. I hate these explodey guys. Sometimes it's fine, but if I don't have any fucking movement speed, all they do is just knock me around. am I meant to get any fucking movement speed when I'm constantly getting knocked around? Cool! Yay! Guess I'm not gonna get that one. Or that one. Well, I would prefer the cooldown tone, but you know, whatever. Maybe I won't die if I do this. Well, I'm aware that I can bunny hop. The issue is that I can't bunny hop when I'm being bounced around by stuff. Without cooldown tome, I don't think I'm gonna ever do enough damage. Which is a shame. Just means that, like, I'm walking around, but I can't possibly win, and that really sucks. Here I thought I was doing okay. I was so wrong. Again. Come on, give me the thing! Hello, Litten person? I'm sorry, I can't see your name, bud. One sec. Okay. Now I just need to go find the boss. Ooh, there's a Moai. I'm too greedy. I'm too greedy. Just gone for the boss. What else is new? Oh, okay, cool. Oh my gosh, I got over here. What the fuck? Hate that stupid pig. Stupid pig. And the explodey guys. They're so annoying. Not be racist on the channel, please. Moai. Wow, yay! Why is it all explodey guys? Huh? Why? Why does it gotta be all explodey guys? Where are the orcs? Where are the fucking fast guys? Or anything else? Other than the exploding guys? Like, what the fuck? Why is it oops all exploding guys all the goddamn time? Like, I'd like to get near the boss, but no. No, no. Just exploding. Tiny mercies of actually encountering any other enemy. Hell yes! Let's fucking go! I can actually get where I'm going! I need 2,168 for the thing I want. Fuck. Give me something better than this. Tits. Aww. My new deal. Nice. Got it! Heard something up here. I just don't see it on my screen. Oh, I see it. Okay. Wasn't registering it as an item still. It was missing. Hey Red Hooks, how you doing? Nice. Come the fuck on! Good one. I gotta kill a pig. Way too annoying. And I gotta get over to the boss. Can you fucking die? What the hell? One cheese would make so much difference. Oh, I'm gonna die. God fucking... Here's... I'm feeling mighty tired, and I am pretty sore. So I'm gonna head off. But thank you guys for being here. You're super awesome. We love you so much. Y'all take care of yourselves. For those of you on the YouTubes, feel free to like and subscribe. Really nice thing to do. And for those of you on Twitch, we're gonna raid out.